Welcome to Real Hi-Fi Help. So let's make your sound a lot more detailed. This is just a situation that I'm making up, but let's say that if you were to own a speaker like this speaker, very effortless, warm speaker like Focal, and you had it paired with, let's just say, an Abyss Sound preamp and the partner power amp, that would create a sound that is very warm. And like I've written here, then at that level, which is an extremely high level, then we can start around that level. It could also be a bit less exclusive, but when you get that really stable, warm, effortless sound, then we can start using stuff like this. This is stuff that I can't even use on my system, definitely not. But it's really revealing, really impressive, lots of life, insane amount of detail. Then you can get away with using stuff like this, or stuff like this, SPL Spades. I've written some things about it. And yeah, of course, this box here, amazing box, perfect match for this type of gear, especially because of the Abyss sound. It could use a bit more layering, a bit more 3D, a bit more micro detail. This is how you get that. You have to have a box a bit like this. Yeah, I know it's overkill. It's probably one of the most expensive boxes ever that you can buy, but when you're at a level where everything is just so damn stable, then you can get into the crazy micro detail with this. Nice furniture, by the way. Or something like this, a bit different in sound. I would say it's perhaps a bit warmer. I do perhaps like this box a bit more. I can't really make up my mind. They're both good in their own way. Yeah, they both have their own personality and structure, which is a bit different. Really good. And yeah, these are actually pretty natural. These are perhaps the best XLR plugs that I know of. Really, really evolved. Can make a lot of cables that aren't really that great sound actually pretty good. But yeah, they're pretty revealing. So you need a decent cable, you know, perhaps a bit more than a decent cable, but they're just extremely good. RCA Genesis, yeah, they're close to this sound, not quite as stable and natural sounding, but very, very close to that sound. Very, very close. Also fantastic. I've had those several times. Fantastic to touch, really heavy. Really feels like quality, just like these plugs. Here, this, again, when we're in this insane level of warmth, you need stuff like this. This really, you know, peels back the layers of detail. Not a lot of systems in the world can handle these plugs. These are really demanding and also need a really, really good cable. But still, on this system, I think you can get away with it. These you can easily get away with on this system. These are, I would say, a bit warmer than the previous ones above. So if you have like a lower class Focal, you can easily get away with these. If it's like 1 or 2 models below this, I think, yeah. And more information and a bit more inspiration for you guys. And if you guys need some help from me, so let me just quickly, for the guys who wanted this a bit bigger, must be a lot of crossover filtering in this, also with these connectors at the back. Would be interesting to kind of to change these. I don't really know exactly how this works. this whole system with the dials and what looks like RCA ports. I haven't really tried connecting anything to a speaker like this. I've only heard it like once or twice, but yeah, I get it why a lot of people like it. It's really big, effortless, warm, very compatible with a lot of music genres. Yeah, perhaps doesn't have that last bit of detail that those expensive speakers usually have, but you could place this pretty far away from the walls and get away with it, unlike many other speakers. Very effortless and pleasant. And yeah, so underrated. Abyss sound actually looks pretty crappy, these pictures. You should see it in real life. Actually a lot more sexy in real life. Oh man, I wish I had these plugs again, you know, they were just so revealing. But yeah, you need some pretty beefy gear to do that. And these, you know, never got close to controlling these. Also ridiculously good. It's a special type of sound that you usually just don't hear with spade plugs, you know. Got all kinds of weird metals in these, platinum and all kinds of things, palladium and stuff like that. Really special sound, and you don't have to solder these. That's also really cool. But my god, do they need a really good cable. Yeah, kind of missed this box, you know. That was like the most natural gigawatt box I ever heard, but also the most expensive one. Also looks really cool. Gigantic soundstage, gigantic amounts of pressure and bass, and the layering was just crazy. Voices were just crystal sharp, really sharp, and there was so much detail it could retrieve. Yeah, not quite as natural as I wanted, but I think on a system like this, you kind of need a box a bit like this. Perhaps you can go with a lower model and still get a lot of that detail. Good in a different way, good in a different way. Fantastic plugs. Also really heavy, just like these. These look a bit, you know, flimsy, plasticky, but don't be fooled by the looks. This is really good at cutting through the detail. And I feel that these are like one of the few plugs that actually sound good with the Oyed Tsunami power cables. I usually don't like those, but I feel that these are a better match, especially when you have, let's just call it pretend hi-fi gear that's more stable. I feel that it just makes the Tsunami cable seem more alive, cut through in detail. But yeah, the layering is just crazy with these. These really cut down to the bone. Nice and punchy, warm, diva-like sound, but still can be a bit aggressive at the top. Not quite at the level at the SL Spades, but pretty damn close. Bit more of a forgiving, punchy sound, bit more stable. Yeah, I would like to do this if it was possible. Yeah, if it was possible. Warning. So yeah, I hope you guys like that. And this is me logging off. Have a nice day.